The Road to the Majors, featuring the 2020 U.S. Open Championship in partnership with Rolex. The iconic and venerable West Course at Winged Foot will look different from the 2006 U.S. Open. 3 years ago, the course underwent a full restoration led by Gil Hance to bring back A.W. Tillinghast's original design.
It was restorative in nature. It was going back to the old photos. We were trying to go back to that timeline of around the first Open in '29.
We focused on several areas. The greens themselves, reclaiming hole locations that have been lost over time. The tees, trying to add some length where we could, where appropriate. Repositioning some of the fairway bunkers to challenge the modern golfer. And then the fairways, looking at how they flow through the landscape. I'm hopeful that it will inspire great play, but it will also extract a penalty as Tillinghast wanted with that design. He set that up to be a very difficult golf course.
There is no question that Winged Foot will present a stern championship test for its 6th time as U.S. Open host. The course will play as a par 70 at 7,477 yards, and there's no easing in. The first is one of 9 par 4s measuring more than 450 yards.
Right out of the box, the first 4 holes in every U.S. Open that Winged Foot has hosted have been extremely difficult. So if you could get out of the box, on the first 4 holes at even par, you were doing very well.
There's no respite for the players. They've got to have every shot.
Competitors will find a big change on the front 9. The 5th hole, formerly a par 5, and the 9th, formerly a par 4, were flipped during the restoration.
The greens on those 2 holes, the number 5 is more receptive to a longer iron into it, whereas number 9 is really a receptive and interesting green for a wedge shot in for the 3rd shot. So we feel like the 9th hole sets up better as a par 5, and we extended it significantly. The green itself, like a lot of the greens at Winged Foot, have various segments in it, kind of greens within a green.
Even the guys that played here in 2006, I don't know if they'll recognize the greens. The greens got larger throughout the 18 holes. We expanded the greens by about 25,000 square feet. So we gained hole locations on almost every green.
As they make the turn, they'll be greeted with a new tee on the 10th, stretching it to 220 plus yards. Tillinghast called this the best par 3 he ever built, while Ben Hogan described it as a 3-iron into some guy's bedroom window. Still not done, Hance and company found extra yards to stiffen the already stiff closing holes.
16, we lengthened that hole to 500 yards as a par 4. 17, we've lengthened to 500 yards as well. And then 18, you got to lay up, I think, short of the fairway bunker. The player will probably have a 7-iron, and he's got to watch spin control and placement.
It's pretty intimidating. You walk up to 18 and you see that false front.
The green has been restored back to its original scale and size. So as Tillinghast had envisioned, it stair steps up to the clubhouse. So you have a significant false front that wasn't there in 2006. As with most U.S. Opens, patience is a virtue, and they're really going to have to work their way around, not get frustrated about some of the putts that they're going to face, not get frustrated about some of the fairways they're going to miss and how they're going to recover. If there's a tip for any of them, it's look around. Look at Winged Foot, because Tillinghast was such a genius. He would provide ways for players to recover. It may not be a straight line from where you are to the flag, but utilize some of these side slopes, utilize some of these sideboards. That, I think, is something missing in a lot of modern golf course architecture, and I believe that the players who can be patient in their game and observant of the architecture will succeed there.
To all of us at the USGA, it's what a U.S. Open course should be.